Good morning, my name is Edine. I'm one half of Hustle and Hooks. Welcome to a vlog. It's Monday morning, just past 9 o'clock. I'm heading into the shop. Today we're just going to do a lot of the fundamentals. We're going to process our 40 for the day. We're going to get shipping done, and I'm going to catch you up a little bit about what's been going on in the last couple of months that we haven't been making YouTube videos. One of the major reasons we haven't been uploading videos is that my main work computer crashed roughly three and a half weeks ago. Luckily, it was just a motherboard. It cost some 200 bucks to repair. I took it to Geek Squad at Best Buy. Took a while to get it quoted out and sent to their workshop and all that good stuff, but it is ready for pickup, so I'm gonna go grab that after work today so I can edit this video and get it up on the channel. We also were without either of our part-time employees the last 2 months at least. We did let go of one employee only because the overhead was just too much for the size of the operation that we're at right now. We're kind of at a crossroads now. We're trying to figure out exactly how many listings and how much we want to get out of this, primary business that pays all the bills. The other part-timer, she was actually off what was supposed to be 1 month in Costa Rica, taking care of her property there that she's turning into a rental, but that turned into 2 months. So that meant that Melinda and I had to balance everything ourselves, and we had to drop something. We've been working pretty heavily on the Flipped app. We just released that video. The last video we uploaded that was done by Paul and Irene, or PI Productions. That was pretty awesome to talk about the FAQ of Flipped and what it is. Today is kind of the let's get back into the grind day, and I'll be vlogging this entire week. I am on my way to the shop right now. I'll catch up with you in just a moment. Made it to the shop. Let me show you what it looks like when you're understaffed and overwhelmed. Allie comes back tomorrow, so my goal in part today is to kind of get stuff cleaned up. We have decided to get out of shoes. I'll talk a little bit about that. So we will be selling bulk shoes and doing some higher end lots as well. We have a bunch of kids clothes that we've been working with, kids toys. I'll explain that in a minute as well. We had to drop all of our coats off of the racks because we needed to use them, so we have to get that cleaned up. That's not going to be today. In here looks pretty good, I think. I did get a chance to get everything washed last week, so our wash pile has been defeated. Got some stuff ready for photos today. I gotta go grab more, obviously, and then I have a small pile over here that just needs to be worked. There's like extra lint and needs a little bit of defuzzing. Otherwise, the shop basically looks the same. Over here, yeah, pretty much all the same. Not too much going on. Shipping station here, label printing station here. A little bit of a mess, but nothing too bad. And in the warehouse itself is a mess. It's yeah, it's just a mess. But again, this is what happens when you're overwhelmed and you don't have the time or the labor to get in and get stuff cleaned up. I can kind of talk about a vast majority of what the stuff is. So this is all like leftovers from garage sales that we have to just bulk up and get rid of cheap. We have empty pallet, empty pallet, empty pallet, half empty pallet. Then we have this stuff that we don't want to sell on eBay because it's not, the value isn't there, it's not worth it, so we have to make pallets and get this stuff sold for cheap as well. A whole pallet of kids stuff that we have to go through. These are all rejects from the pallets, so we do get a credit for hard goods because we're not buying hard goods, but sometimes they sneak in, and so we get a credit back per pound. So I just have to weigh this is the last of it, weigh it and get our credit for it. Maybe we'll make a separate video about kids stuff, but that's actually been going pretty well for us. We've been selling it to consignment shops here locally in bulk, and although they only take a small amount of it, they pay out cash and they pay the next day. So it's been a nice avenue to get rid of kids clothes in bulk. I know that we could save the kids clothes and wait for one of those events that happens every like 6 months or so where it's all kids stuff. I forget what they're called. You guys can comment below and tell me, but basically it's those companies that do these huge indoor garage sales that are targeted for families, moms, just to go in and buy kids clothes, and you can give them kids clothes. I think they take 40% if you just drop it off, and they'll tag and sell and all that all by themselves. We could do that, but then we would have to store kids clothes here. Yeah, I'll explain what we're doing with kids clothes in a different video. I don't want that to be the focus. So the first thing I'm going to do today is just pick up the shop a little bit and start processing the 40 for today. Melinda already listed 40 this morning, so that's all done. But I want the shop to be in decent condition for our part-timer to return, and honestly as just the right thing to do for ourselves too. Nobody likes to work in a dirty environment. Melinda will be in later as well. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I'm going to put the camera down and get to it. As you guys know, we haven't really been sourcing outside of just getting pallets in, so I want to show you some of this stuff here because we did do a little bit of sourcing and then we got a bunch of stuff for free. The first little patch, they just wanted a quarter each for their used pants, so I couldn't say no to that. These were just PGA Tour pants. A pair of Carhartts for a quarter, can't beat it. A pair of used Dickies with some paint on it. For whatever reason, people buy these even with paint on them. Quarter. They wanted $1 for a brand new pair with tags Dickies, fine. Quarter for express pants, and then a quarter each for Ariat, fire retardant, low rise, and for boots. These sell for about 30 to 40 bucks used plus shipping, which is pretty insane to get them for only a quarter. I'm gonna dig through this stuff. This came from a friend of ours. It was her leftovers from garage sale, so I'm gonna just dig through and see if I can find something valuable. And then I did find a bunch of these Harley t-shirts I'll show you for a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. I scored these Harley shirts, or all these cycling shirts, on Facebook Marketplace. I only paid 30 bucks for the whole batch, so I was able to offer them at a really cheap price on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram if you want these types of deals. That's where we're going to be selling all the shoes as well. XL Performance Harley, a bit of fading. This will be in our eBay store. A bit of fading, original tag from 2000 with a hit in the back. Another one that's a bit more crisp from 2005. Another one with no tag, nicely faded for all the folks that enjoy the older type tees. Looks like 2004 on this one. This one's also sold. This one's like new condition Harley. And then this Chopper shirt, no tag but pretty neat. West Coast Chopper. Top heavy tag on this Pacific Choppers, just the front hit on that one. And then a couple of these Triumph shirts on these Gildan tags, probably from the early 2000s if I had to guess. Some fading on them. Another Harley here, and then this is just a cheap, like screen printed on Puritan tag, not worth much. Sold two of them for 40 bucks shipped, so already in the profit on this lot. Check our eBay link below if you guys are interested in any of the other ones. They should be up in the next couple of days. Or hit us up anytime on Instagram if you see things that you want, then we can just offer you a better deal because we don't have to pay the eBay fees. Went through all the free clothing, and really all I found that was worth listing were jeans and jeggings, so some Levi's, Express, Levi, Express, Simply Vera, Levi, and Express. So we'll take it. It's free. Thank you to our friend who gave these to us. These are all like 15 plus ship pairs, and super easy to photograph and process. Already been washed, just need a little bit of steaming and they're good to go. Just finished processing for the day. I have to double check the count. I think it's either 40 or 42. The goal is 40, so I'm gonna get those photographed. The nice thing is that it's mostly jeans and pants and t-shirts, so a lot of this stuff is super easy. The jackets take a little bit longer just because, for example, this is a 3-in-1, so it just takes a couple more pictures. But overall, these are pretty straightforward items to go ahead and get photos done. That's the next step. Typically, or at least recently, we've done batches of 20, send them off to the VA, do the other batch of 20. That's the same plan today. When Melinda gets here, she'll help me either finish photos or she'll start packaging. That way that's done as well. And then we're gonna figure out what we need to do for the rest of the day. Allie's here first thing in the morning, so I definitely want to get work ready for her so that she's ready to go as soon as she gets in. And then of course we have a bunch of sorting work to do with all the shoes that we want to sell in bulk and the kids' clothes we want to sell to the consignment stores and so on. But I'll wait for Melinda and we'll figure it out when she arrives. Look what the car drug in. It's a Melinda.
Her natural habitat.
What's up, girl? So Melinda is going to sort the rest of this pallet. There's only half of it. Unfortunately, she's as tall as the pallet, so she needs a big, strong man.
I think pretty good.
You can grab one or two. So we're gonna get this stuff sorted out, and then we're gonna get shipping done.
Look at this. We're gonna keep this for Dean because he doesn't have a travel bag. But how cool is this overnight bag?
High fashion.
That's awesome. I don't see a tag on it.
Is there
Doesn't
no
matter, we'll
brand?
keep it, but
What's on the
I
zipper?
didn't see anything on the zipper, but very cool.
Yeah, I need a travel bag, and I struggle to look cool, and this will really help out. So that's one more empty, that one's empty, that one's empty, that one's empty. So we're gonna get these broken down and recycled, and then we have either 3 or 6, I'm not sure yet, our supplier hasn't confirmed, more pallets coming in this week. We did take on a bunch ahead just to help her out. She was running out of space, so we took a bunch of pallets that we didn't really have space for. But we did sell the extra shelving because we have all the shelving we need now, and that cleared up some space, so we just have to rearrange. I know it looks like a hot mess in here because it is a hot mess, but once we rearrange and get some of these empty pallets out, we'll clear up more space. While Melinda's sorting, I'm gonna go continue photography. Once she's done sorting, then we're gonna do shipping together, get that knocked out, and then start prepping for tomorrow, and we'll just go from there. This is kind of the routine, although it is a new summer routine because Jessica is out of school. So we're getting used to, like, how do we split the weekends and how do we work hard enough front load on the weekdays so that we're not here Thursdays and Fridays. We're up north working on our projects at the lake house and at our other property. We actually just had a discussion about long term. Maybe we'll share some of that detail in a different video of what we want to achieve long term. Melinda just finished that last pallet. I'll show you, or she'll show you, some of the highlights of what she found that we're gonna put up in the eBay and Poshmark store. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and collect sales. I just finished the first batch of 20 that's sent over to our VA. She's gonna start drafting. It's around 2 p.m. right now, so we wanna focus on that, get it done before the USPS closes.
All right, I just finished sorting the very last half pallet that we had. I'm going to show you a few of the highlights. Again, this is just a half pallet. There was nothing crazy, but these are some of the daily things that we would pull out that sell pretty well for us. This first one is a Tabitha Brown for Target. It's a maxi dress, really pretty print, excellent condition. It should probably sell between $25 and $30. North Face, just a nice bold hit in the middle, fun color. This piece will probably sell for maybe $20 plus shipping. And this one is a new brand that I learned. The brand is Maui Built. Apparently it's a surf brand and it really retains its value. There were some that's selling for up to $65. It's not in the best condition, but it's also not in the worst. It's missing the drawstring on the hoodie, so probably closer to maybe $25 or $30. And then there was a number of Coldwater Creek pieces. These ones are new with tags, so that's always a nice find to add to the closet. This one is also new with tags. It's like a sheer poncho and some linen pants, as well as like some khakis and some jeans as well. A couple other pieces, just basic, but yeah, that's sort of what you can expect to pull from these pallets. Adina's somewhere back here. It's been swallowed by the depths of the warehouse. Let's see if we can find him. Are you back there?
I'm in the dark.
Oh. Tall, large shape. Aha. All right, so he's gonna finish picking and I'm gonna pull this cart and start packing.
Okay, got shipping done. Melinda has the last piece over there. This is all going to the USPS now, so we're done with that for the day. Now we continue processing. Melinda's gonna process some of the items that she showed you guys earlier, get those ready for photography, and I'm gonna finish the other 20, send those over to the VA.
Getting ready for Allie's return tomorrow. I'm setting up a station for her to easily sort and put kids' clothes into these bins. All the empty bins we have, we're gonna make available to her. She can just set it up here on the table. That way it's easy on your back. You just put them into the bins, and I'm setting this up so she can just put the empty bins right on there. When that's all filled up, we'll just wheel it to the car and take it in for some money.
This is the last amount from all of these massive pallets right here. So we have some on the ground and then this entire pallet. So hopefully she can bust through a decent amount of this stuff. From your experience, pretty fast?
Yeah, it goes
easy?
by pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, the two of us have like done a whole pallet in a matter of a few hours, so. So we'll obviously have her remove the really trashy items, anything that's really played with holes, anything that's really stained, if there's a weird odor, and things that aren't clothes or usable items. Like, you know, there's a lot of baby blankets that get thrown in, or like bibs, things like that we don't take in, but Other than that, it's basically just laying them in the tub. So, and the rest we'll put in piles and either donate or trash, depending on what it is and what the condition is.
It's worked. I think we'll make a video in more detail about doing this many kids' clothes and selling them and all that good stuff, but it's pretty straightforward and obviously a really good way for us to recoup some of the cost of these pallets coming in, because it seems like about a third of it is always kids' clothes. Hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and I'll see you tomorrow on a brand new one. Allie will be here before me. I'll come in, I don't know, around 8 tomorrow, and then we're just gonna do the same thing over and again, and we'll vlog it again. Until then,
Take care.
take care.